had to get up this morning. I was itching to get up at like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. I was itching to get up like 3 or 4 in the morning, but I can't. I had to get up today. I was past 7:30 this morning. I'm about to hit the Gentile Woods tomorrow and give me some equipment. I ain't want family members smiling me in my face saying why am I keep saving money? I got my cousin smiling in my face tell me like why am I keep saving money? Because I had to keep on. Because I had to keep on. I don't want to be broke. I don't want to be broke at these fucking rats in the street. Fuck want me to be poor like these motherfucking saps in the street? Hell no. It's I mean, it's like people. It's like everybody's family are already taking their stance on what type of money that I'm saving. I'll spend some of it if I had to. Fuck. I don't want to spend. I don't want to spend too much of it at once. People go think. People go start thinking. They're more penniless like these fucking saps. I don't want to be like any of those fucking people, those motherfucking people that are always struggling and wanting for something else. But enough of me talking about enough about me talking about you know uh about the money that I'm kept saving lately. Let's get to the story of the late Richard Anthony Williams. Okay, but let me tell you a story about him. There. Let me explain you about this man. Let me tell you a story about Richard Anthony Dick Williams. This man was an American actor, and he is best known for his starring performances on Broadway in The Poison Tree. The Poison Tree. Uh, what the Wine Cellars Buy, and the Black Picture Show. Yeah, the Black Picture Show. So Williams had also had some notable roles in the 1970s black exploitation films, such as 1973's The Mac. You know, when he played his Pretty Tony on the movie, and another movie that came out right after The Mac. It's called Slaughter's Big Ripoff. He was working with the likes of Gloria Hendry, Brock Peters, Don Stroud, Ed McMahon, Ed McMahon, and yeah, that's what the guy's name is. White dude's name is Edward McMahon. McMahon. That's the name, Ed McMahon. Yeah, that's him. The guy must have been featured in the movie, and he might start doing some stars. He was hosting Star Search right long after he been in these movies. But and one of the guys, the last person who was in the movie is a NFL NFL player, actor, and gang activist Jim Brown, the late Jim Brown. Yeah, rest in peace to Jim Brown. He was featured in this movie. Man, the Mannequins, Slaughter's Big Ripoff. These are just two 1970s movies that have been known to human beings. But we already going. Well, I'm going. We're gonna go straight into the early life of where where Williams is from. Okay, I'm gonna explain this to you like it was TV show wise because it's gonna be more important. Born in Chicago, Illinois, Richard Anthony Williams was raised in the Bronzeville neighborhood. During his early childhood, Williams spent several years in a local hospital due to having polio. Yeah. For high school, Williams attended the Hyde Park Academy High School. That happened to be a public four-year high school that was located in the Woodlawn neighborhood in the south side of Chicago, Illinois. Later, Williams later attended Hersey Junior College. That could be now named as the City Colleges of Chicago. Instead, its name is the Triple C, the City Colleges of Chicago. That was renamed. We're gonna go to his career right now. You know, he been doing this since the '60s. But I'm going to explain to you about his career. Williams began his career during his late teens. Let me explain you about this about Williams. He began his career during his late teens as a member of the Williams Brothers Quartet. The Quartet. That's what's named. The Williams Brothers Quartet. A singing group founded in Chicago, Illinois. He later moved to LA. He later moved to Los Angeles, California, and he began his acting career. Some of Williams's roles, including the Pretty Tony character in the Mac. But that movie is that's dedicated to one of the Ward brothers. The limo driver in Dog Day Afternoon. And that's where he was working with the legendary Al Pacino. You know, Charles Durning and James Broderick. It was a Martin Bregman and Martin Elfand produced film. Okay, and he played Denzel Washington's father in the 1990 movie Mo Better Blues. Dog Day Afternoon have came out in 1975. That was around the same year that Dolomite came out. and he played as Officer Allen in the 1990 movie Edward Scissorhands. That movie that came out same as Mo Better Blues, you know, House Party and other movies. And his other film credits including a 1968 movie Uptight. Yep, it was based off of a 1935. It was like Jules Dassin had used to direct this film that led to Williams's debut as an actor. 1971's The Anderson Tapes movie, and is with he's working with the late Sean Connery, who's been known to be featured in one of the James Bond movies. He came in right after Roger Moore came. The same year as Who Killed What's Her Name. He was working with the likes of Sylvia Miles, Ellis Clayton, Sam Waterston. You know, everybody knew him as Jack McCoy on Law and Order. After Michael Moriarty and Richard Brooks have left the cast. It's one thing I knew of. But Sam Waterston uh, came into Law and Order with a female co-star who played as uh, as the other ADA. I think her name is oh yeah, her name is Joe Hennessy. I did not even know that. Yeah, Joe Hennessy. Yeah, she came in. She came in, with before Sam Waterston. She came in after Richard Brooks had left the show. So Sam Waterston came after Michael Moriarty left the show too. So we'll go find out why. And the last person who had Richard Williams is working with, the late Conrad Bain. This was before he was featured as Philip Drummond on the 1970s TV show called Different Strokes. Different Strokes. With it was with Todd Bridges, the late Charlotte Ray, Gary Coleman, and Dana Plato. But this is before Charlotte Ray decided to be on this TV series, The Facts of Life, a 1979 television sitcom where it had a start. Charlotte Ray had her start in 1978 on Different Strokes. So we're going to go right off there. One of the movies that's been out the same as the Anderson tapes and Who Killed What's Her Name is Five on the Black Hand. That could be an American comedy film. That could be refreshing and entertaining. For I mean, the film critics probably wouldn't even recognize that first. It was a 1973 movie, so it's a 1973 movie. Same as the Mac, and Slaughter's big ripoff. Daily Hero is a 1975 film, a neo-noir thriller. See, he was working with the likes of Don Murray, Diane Williams, Lila Scala, Treat Williams, and James Earl Jones. So Daily Hero was like a film, but it was like a George Weslocky, it was like a George Weslocky, uh, Don Peterson like screenplay. So it was I mean, Ivan Nagy. Ivan Nagy directed this film too. So 1977's The Deep. 1979's An Almost Perfect Affair. I think I forgot about this. The 19 oh, this what it is. Let me rephrase. Let me rewind that back. Let me go back to what I'm writing. An almost perfect affair in 1979. Same as 1979's The Jerk. The Night the City Screamed. 1983's The Star Chamber. 1987's Gardens of Stone. As a Diamond's father. Well, he was working with James Caan, Angelica Houston, D.B. Sweeney, Dean Stockwell, Mary Stuart Masterson. And he had to work with James Earl Jones again. Well, let me and then I'm gonna just go back to where I'm gonna read. Uh, and then this where he go. This is where he was gonna play as in the Players Club. He playing as Diamond's father. He playing as the father of a stripper stripper named Diamond, who's portrayed by Lisa Ray McCoy in the Players Club. That's how Lisa Ray McCoy was featured in, um, along with John Amos, Alex Thomas, along with Alex Thomas, John Amos, John Amos Jr., Jamie Foxx, Monica Calhoun, Lisa Ray McCoy, and the late A.J. Johnson and Charles Murphy. That's right, the late A.J. Johnson and Charles Murphy. And and in and he played the character Roberto in Blood and Bone, 2009's Players Club. Was a 1998 movie. I think it was a Pat Charbonnet film. It was a Pat Sharp. It was an Ice Cube directed film. He was working with Pat Charbonnet, and to be featured, get himself featured in this movie. So Ice Cube was already been featured in the Players Club movie. You know, and then he played the character Roberto in 2009's Blood and Bone. He was working with the likes of guys that he never even met before. But he met up with Michael Andrews and Ben Ramsey. You know, the two people already had written and directed this Blood and Bone movie. It was a 2009 American directed DVD martial arts film. It was working with the likes of Michael Jai White, Iman Walker, yeah, Iman Walker, and Joanne Sands. See, and he's featuring uh, a martial artist by the name of Matt Mullins, and none other than Ernest the Cat Miller. Ernest the Cat Miller, who was known for being uh, featured on the WCW television tapings. This is years before WCW was falling into bankruptcy. You know, when Turner Networks Turner Network, which was now Warner Brothers Discovery, had to shut down had to shut down or cancel WCW. Yeah, I had to clear my throat, man. When it was the time when WCW had to shut down, and close in 2001. When WWE and Vince McMahon decided to purchase WCW. No doubt. So I had to go look into some more of the TV shit. In television, Williams guest starred in a season one episode of a 1970s TV series called Starsky and Hutch. Okay, it's an American action TV series. Has been syndicated and been out for years. It's been out since the 70s. Uh, quote unquote, kill Huggy Bear. He played the title character in the Philip Hayes Dean drama Freeman. Freeman. It's a Philip Hayes Dean drama. A broadcast on PBS in I think it was in the late 1970s. If it was back in October of 1977. In 1978, the 6-hour NBC docudrama King. It was about the life of a civil rights activist, civil rights legend, uh, Martin Luther King Jr. MLK, Martin Luther King Jr. No, this man's been killed. The man's been dead since April the 4th of 1968 when he was in he was in Lorraine Motel, Lorraine Hotel, whatever you call that thing. If it was Lorraine. Uh, later, some guy in a sniper rifle shot the man, shot him right, and shot his mate. I'm gonna tell you about this shit. Uh, this man was Martin Luther King Jr., who was an American Baptist minister and activist. He was one of the most prominent leaders in the civil rights movement from the 1950s. He ends up going to the Lorraine hotel or Lorraine Motel, whatever. He went to Lorraine Motel, whatever. Let me go press his name up. Stories, man. Yep. the Lorraine Motel. That's where uh that's where Dr. Martin Luther King was assassinated at, which was that was now the site of the NCRM, the National Civil Rights Museum. This is the Lorraine Motel. It used to be Lorraine Motel. It was in if it was in Tennessee, I did not know of. It was in Memphis, Tennessee. Yep. In the 1978 six-hour NBC docudrama King about the life of Martin Luther King Jr., Williams played the role of Malcolm X. He guest starred on a number of TV shows, including The Rockford Files, Cagney and Lacey, Luke Grant, and Heart to Heart. Williams was a regular cast member on the post-World War II era ABC primetime soap opera Homefront. It was his first in 1991 and its last in 1993, appearing in all 42 episodes as a chauffeur named Abe Davis. In 1996, he played the father of Larry's assistant Beverly in an episode of the Larry Sanders Show. Williams also starred in a documentary film, The Meeting, about two African American political leaders, such as Malcolm X and Martin Luther King Jr. Both rest in peace. Discussing the fate of black people in America in the early 1970s, like 1971 and 1972. Williams appeared in a Melbourne Van Peebles, a Melbourne Van Peebles, that's what it is. Yeah, MVP, Melvin Van Peebles. I forgot. What is the name? Melvin Van Peebles. Yeah, he was appearing in that acclaimed off Broadway musical. It's called "Ain't Supposed to Die a Natural Death." That's what it's named. Ain't supposed to die in a natural death. That's what. Nah. Oh, it's not what it's about. Let me pronounce this. Ain't supposed to die a natural death. That was one of the Broadway musicals that was to date back in those days. And co-star and Williams is, I mean, he one of the people. One and now he's now that mean the man was Peebles is one of the guys that that Richard Anthony Williams and Richard Anthony Williams were co-star with. One of the co-stars, I think he was working with the guy, but I did not know that. But Goya Edwards. Let me tell you about Goya Edwards. She was one of his co-stars. That was in the production. You know what I mean? Goya Edwards. He was an actress. She was Goya. I'm gonna tell you about Goya Edwards. Goya Edwards, man. She was like an actress, man. She was an actress. That's the woman that Williams would later marry, and and you know and will later become later like What else would Goya Edwards would do? Williams would marry her and who would later become, his wife for all those years. But there's some awards and nominations here. I did not get a chance to read to you people, the YouTube viewers. Williams won the 1974 Drama Desk Award for his performance in What the Wine Cellars Buy, for which he was also nominated for a Tony Award, and was nominated in 1975 for both a Tony and a Drama Desk Award for his performance in Black Picture Show. This is personal life right here. This is personal life right here. Williams was married twice and had 3 children. But back in 1974, he married uh the actress that he was working with. In a production that happened to be Goya Edwards. And together they had 2 children. The names are Jason Edward Williams and Micah Lauren Williams. Williams had a daughter that came from his previous marriage. The name of Mona Williams. The name of Mona Williams. Yeah, he had a daughter from his previous marriage. Mona Williams. Williams and Edwards were married until Gloria Edwards had died in 1988. That was until Gloria Edwards had died in 1988. Yeah, they stayed. Yeah, Williams and Edwards would have stayed together. They would have stayed together and stay married until what's happening here? Like until Edwards' untimely death in 1988. So until Edwards' death in 1988, Williams was married to her until all the way to like 2012, 2011, 2012. Williams had been diagnosed with cancer. Yeah, Williams has been sick, man. He wanted to step away from the films. He wants to step away from the films ever since his retirement in 2009. Ever since his retirement in 2009, you know, until the death happened, and then Williams had died of cancer on early 2012. That was February 16th of 2012. See, I was at it was at the Van Nuys, California location. It's called the Valley Presbyterian Hospital. Yeah, he passed away. He died. Yeah, man. Same happened with people that's no longer with me. People like my cousin Anthony Alexander, man. He was killed. Uh he was killed. Months after Richard Anthony Williams died of cancer. These are all the films that was from 1968 to 2009. Uptight, The Lost Man, The Anderson Tapes, Who Killed What's Her Name, The Mac, Slaughter's Big Ripoff, Five on the Black Hand Side, Dog Day Afternoon, Daily Hero, The Long Night, The Deep, An Almost Perfect Affair, The Jerk, Hollow Image, Sister Sister. Why he ain't mentioned that movie? Why the movie ain't never been mentioned in the story? Grizzly 2, The Concert, never mentioned in the story. Through Naked Eyes, never mentioned. The Star Chamber, mentioned. Summer Rental, let me see. Yep, mentioned. Yep, mentioned. Summer Rental, let's see. It's never mentioned in the story. The Gardens of Stone movie, mentioned. Uh, Tap, never mentioned in the story. Mo Better Blues, Edward Scissorhands, they were both mentioned. The Rapture, never mentioned. The Gifted, never mentioned. The Players Club, been mentioned. Virgin Again, Stolen Moments of September, never mentioned. Steam, what was Steam? It's never mentioned. It's never mentioned in the story. Blood and Bone, that was mentioned. So I appreciate for all you viewers on YouTube. They were sitting down. They were sitting down in their in your on your couches, in your living rooms, sitting on your beds, in your bedrooms, watching me tell y'all a story about Richard Anthony Williams. You know y'all gonna be appreciated and respected more. Same thing I did with Gangsta Boot last Monday. Hope y'all I know you appreciated that video that I'm recording for you. You know, references that's led to Dick Anthony Williams or Richard Anthony Williams. So see, it's all the shit that happened with with the people that's already been out there. See the Jet magazine. I'm going to show you the front. I'm going to show you this front cover of Jet. See the front cover of Jet. Nobody else even knew it. Let me open this up. Let me open this thing up. Yep, the March 21st, 1988 issue of Jet. What have you seen here on the cover? You know, let me explain it to y'all. I was like 5 years old. I was like 5 years old when this magazine have came out. I was a kid, man. I was a little boy then. I was a little boy back then when the Jet magazine had all sorts of people on the cover of them. But the person who used to be who was on the mic is the late Michael Joseph Jackson. I mean, you can take a look at him, you know, do his interview with Jet on one of the pages, you know, he was on stage and behind the scenes. But one thing I had to go let you people, all you viewers on YouTube, I'm gonna be on hiatus on some weeks. I'll be on hiatus on a couple. That's what I'm telling you. I'm gonna be on hiatus in a couple weeks until until the end of this month. Uh, until until August 28th and August 29th. Okay, I'm gonna do August 28th and August 29th. I'm gonna do three birthday celebrations. One's based on Roxy Roker, the other one's based on Isabel Sanford, and the other one is based on Michael Jackson. Based on Michael Jackson. This man right here, Michael Jackson. See, all thing I knew was the books. I just want to learn this for the books though. But it's one for the books. That's one for the books on this live show that's dedicated to Richard Anthony Dick Williams. The the guy who's been known for being on Broadway, you know what I mean, and being in films, you know. We're going to the images for a minute. See, everything about Williams was more devastating and tragic. In 2000, back in 2012, I was like, let me explain to you. I was like, I don't know how old I was. I was like 29. I was 29 years old when this man had died. I was like 5 years old when his wife and widow when his wife Gloria Edwards had died. See all the digital collections that already been pushed into. The man's been on top of the world of Broadway and in motion picture films. Yeah, he's been in these movies. Someone who he looked like from the 70s all the way to the 90s until you always see him on the Players Ball thing. Man, that guy, yeah, he's been kicking ass. The man's been kicking ass since the 1960s and the 1970s. You know, far as the 1980s and 1990s and 2000s included. So the thing is about this man, he did so much. A noted actor that people would respect and admire. But he's been in the game. He's been in the game, man. You can't even tell me that he was doing so much until he had a family for one and all. Well, there's a photo of him and Carol Cole. Everything Williams would do, his family will support him. His family will ever support him. His children would support him, no matter what type of movies that he's featured. His children would support him, and you know they can be proud of him as much as they can. But that's still a man, a family man. But everything this man would do, there's a picture of him when he played as Pretty Tony in the Mac. He stepped in, you know. Yeah, I remember some shit. I remember some shit. I remember some shit we called. We called. I remember some shit when when Pretty Tony called Goldie shade tree nigga. What we call him? In the Mac. Max Julian, man. He played his Goldie. It was like, we better act like some gentlemen, like we had some sense, or we go get into some gangster shit. That's what Max Julian told Richard Anthony Williams in the Mac. You know what I mean? We're gonna act like we have some sense. Yeah, that's what said. He said this. Max told to Richard, you know the name of the game. Your bitch chose me. We're gonna act like we're gonna have some sense, or we're gonna get some gangster shit. We're gonna get into some gangster shit. Yeah, I remember. I remember. I remember. I remember that line when when Max told Richard, you know the name of the game. Your bitch chose me. We're gonna act like we're gonna have some sense, like gentlemen, or we're gonna get into some gangster shit. Man, it's some fucking shame. You know the nigga ain't playing when it comes to his acting skills. You know, 1960s and 1970s, whatever the fuck. There he is. There he is on the Mac. He is on the Mac as Pretty Tony. Yeah, he holding the money. Yeah, no, it's on the Mac. You say a tree, nigga. Man, that's what Richard called Cole Max. He called him a shade tree nigga in the movie Mac. Fuck. That's all the history you have in Richard Anthony Williams. You see him on the Edward Scissorhands movie. You know what I mean? Everybody knows the story behind it. Yeah, yeah. He had him wearing one of them suits. You know what I mean? That's how you get. That's how you get in the game. Shit, you can't even stop what this man done. See, this movie Blood and Bone. So that was already been like he was seen in that movie. That was could be his last film, his last movie. Yeah, all the work he's doing, man. But I'm gonna be on some sort of hiatus. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be on hiatus again. Okay. Well, let me go into. I'm gonna be on hiatus. On a couple for a couple of weeks. You know what I mean? Let me go get to the calendar. Let me get to that calendar. Yep. Yep. I'm gonna be on some sort of a hiatus starting now. Okay, my hiatus will start. My hiatus will start. I'm telling you about my hiatus. I'm gonna be on my hiatus starting today. I'm gonna get back with you people, the YouTube viewers, on the 28th. I'm gonna be on hiatus from today and all the way till all the way until the 28th. I'm not gonna be back on. I'm not gonna be back in the studio until the 28th and the 29th. I'm not gonna be back on the studio until the 28th and the 29th. I got things to do. But but uh but tomorrow I have things to do. I might hit the Gentile Woods and I go get me some equipment, some online some equipment for this laptop. I'm gonna wait till tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm gonna go out and get that shit. See you on the 28th and the 29th. Uh, I'm not gonna be back in the studio until the 28th and the 29th. See y'all on the 28th and the 29th for the birthday celebrations of Roxy Walker, Isabel Sanford, and Michael Jackson. See y'all on the 28th and the 29th.